So welcome everyone to our strength and conditioning class. So we'll get started with the warm up, get our workout going, and then just go from there. So let me get the setup. As far as equipment, your chair, some dumbbells, some water for sure. It's supposed to be a pretty mild day as far as weather. It's not as hot as it was, what, 2 weeks ago, which was pretty wild. I think a high of like maybe mid 70s today, mid 50s, the coldest. But yeah, so not too bad. So let's go ahead and start by looking left to right. Left, right. Get our session going right now. Up and down. Get a nice full stretch. Do some slow neck circles. So if you reached out to me as far as re-enrolling um last week, I took care of that already. So thank you for everyone. I think from everyone that asked, we got the minimum of the 20, so should be good for the summer switch. And there's always more additions that, folks just enroll on their own, so they should be good. Let's go ahead and bring our right hand over. Just pull on that left side. Yeah, this weekend with the traveling and the random hours of the Baker to Vegas event, um, my buddy was supposed to race at I think 11:30 at night. The switch. He had a 11-mile segment that he had to run, but his team I think got a little behind, so he didn't run until I think he started at 2:10 in the morning on Saturday night. Um, So yeah, I went to bed around 5 in the morning that day and pretty much running off like 4 hours of sleep and two giant meals each day. Let's do our arm swings or our snow angels. So yeah, I'm used to like eating like four medium-sized meals throughout the day, and this weekend was just like two stuff in your face type of meals each day for 2 days or 2.5 days. So yeah, looking very much looking forward to a nice reset. Let's do our single arm windmills. We'll be doing a full body workout today, hitting all muscle groups. Reverse, switch, reverse, go trunk rotations, just left to right. Let's do our ab circles. So come here, cross, pump back, pump. All right, let's go ahead and do big hula hoops. Giant big hip circles. So a reminder, next week is our spring break. I just realized. So next week we won't be meeting. Okay, so yeah, spring break. So I'm sure most of you are going to Cancun or Miami, traveling to the tropics to celebrate. Jan, are you traveling right now, Jan? No. All right, switch. So just Jan, hip circles. I was supposed to travel to Rhode Island in like mid-May, pretty much between our spring and summer sessions. But one of my top yeah, my top runner on the women's team, she let's do our standing hip openers. So just drive that knee up, open, down, up. Yeah, she's looking pretty good on the steeplechase event, which is like a 2 mile race, and you jump over these hurdles. And one of the hurdles, there's like a little water pool in the track, and you jump into that and jump out. Um, and she looks like she could be one of the top runners in the state for that. So yeah, because of that, that competition switch takes place on the same weekend that I was planning to go to Rhode Island. So may have to cancel that trip to Rhode Island. My buddy wanted to do 112-mile bike ride somewhere along the coast out there. So I'll miss out on that. But yeah, I'm excited for my runner. He's looking very, very fit at the moment. Okay, let's go ahead and do our hamstring stretch. So let's slide our hands down, our ankles, drop your hips, and then up. And then our last one is our deep squat. So wide stand, drop your hips down. Ooh, torso's nice and upright. And yeah, so I think for today's session, we'll go through all of the movements. We'll do one round. Once we get to them, we'll see if we could get through a second round. So, hey, you got the kitty there. So, all right, and rise. Oof. All right, very good. So let's grab your equipment, your dumbbells, your water, your chair. Have that nearby. We'll take a little break. It's 9:13, maybe around 9:35, about 20 minutes in. So let's grab your items. Mm. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start the session with some neutral grip shoulder presses. That's when we have our dumbbells here and we press up. The main movement here is happening on the shoulder, so you could do these sitting down if you like. And then on the movement that follows is gonna be good mornings, which you could do standing up. And that one you're gonna hinge at the hips, keep your back straight, come down, and then come back up. Also, you could do that on the chair if you like, just a different variation. And we're gonna be doing for this one, I think we'll do the set right away because they're pretty short movements. So maybe we'll just do both sets back to back for this one, okay? Because they're not very taxing. So, all right, so let me get this going. Here, hit. All right, so our first set, grab your dumbbells. Okay. So I'm okay if you have your palms facing yourself, or if you have your palms facing each other, and we're just gonna press up and down. Okay. So exhale, inhale, see. This one's for you, Jen, with your carry-on luggage over your head, putting that carry-on. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. You're gonna rest about 30 seconds in between these lifts. So again, the next one you could do sitting down. You're just sitting or you're standing. You're gonna have your dumbbells here on your chest. You're gonna hinge at the hip. So make sure your hips are locked. And then you're just gonna tilt forward and then up. Okay, that's gonna work on your lower back. Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Grab your dumbbells and begin. So 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, relax. About 30 seconds rest. Yeah, and we'll just go back and do the circuit another round, just so we could get the stimulus going a little bit more. There's just some movements that you want to knock out back to back together. So back might be a little sore. I had a really rough run on Thursday. I was planning to do 14 miles that morning. So I had my buddy drop me off 14 miles away, and then I just ran home. But yeah, it was, to say the least, the last 4 miles where I was struggling. Got the dumbbells. So we're gonna do our second set. Okay. So then we're here and begin. So up. One. So extend all the way up. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. If you feel good, go for 12, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. We have our good mornings next. So yeah, so after trying to think why my run went so badly, I remember that the day before I went to the dentist, and I usually try not to, eat heavy food just because you're about to go to the dentist. They're gonna be in your mouth. You don't want to have stinky breath. So I didn't eat lunch, and then of course they numb my mouth. Dinner was really light, so I didn't have a great dinner. So I think what happened, I was just underfueled. So when I went for my run, yeah, it was just like, well, you have nothing inside. Like, what do you expect? So yeah. So lesson learned, don't do a big exercise after the dentist. So, all right, let's start good mornings. Right here. Hips are locked and begin. So again, hinge. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, and 10. Awesome. All right. Now we'll just go through one set. Okay, as we're going along. Okay. So next we have reverse curls. So for that, palms are facing behind us. We bring the curls up. That's working on your triceps and your forearms. And then we're gonna go with a lateral lunge hold. So hold the dumbbell here. We're gonna go lateral lunge, step back, then go here. And that's gonna be our second movement, okay? All right. I think that takes fast. All right, ready? Grab our dumbbells. So remember for reverse curls, I usually wrap my thumb on the same side as my other fingers. I don't wrap it around the thumb. Okay, ready and begin. So up, going for 12, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try not to rotate your hands out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna go for 12 on this one. 11 and 12. Our lateral lunges next. So for that one, we're gonna do 8 on each side. That one takes a little bit longer. But yeah. Ugh. Yeah, so no more vacation trips for maybe a couple months. I'm not sure if I would call Vegas a vacation so much, so that was work. All right, so grab your dumbbells You could have one of your weights or two. You're gonna hold them here. So big step to your right, toes are facing forward. Once you're here, drop your hips, reset, step, drop. Two, two, three, three, four, four, five, five, six, six, seven, seven, eight, and eight. Whew. A little bit of cardio with that one. Good. All right, this is our minute break. So in between every second one. Okay, so we'll come back to the floor ones later. So next one's a little bit taxing. So I don't like doing the taxing ones too late into the workout. So we're gonna go with tricep kickbacks. So again, this one, you're here supporting yourself with one hand, arm comes up, and you're gonna do 10 tricep kickbacks. Okay, so it's not a shoulder raise here, it's just elbows at your side and extend that arm. All right, then we're gonna do the other arm. And then you could either do a variation of the inchworm. So you could do a burpee, or you could do the inchworm, which again, the inchworm, you're here, reach to your toes, you're gonna crawl into a hand plank, and then come back and stand up. Okay, if that's too much, you could just reach to your ankles, touch your hips, and raise up. That would be the simpler version. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. Get ready for your tricep kickbacks. So grab your dumbbell, back it straight, elbow at your side, and extend. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'll go for 12, 11, and 12. So we're gonna switch. We're gonna lock in, elbow at your side, and begin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Awesome. We did 24 total of those. And next is the inchworms. Okay, so remember, these will get your heart rate going. Ready, sit, catch your breath. All right, so remember, we're doing 10 of these. Ready, and begin. So reach, crawl out into a hand plank, crawl back, and stand up. That's 1. Okay. Just listen to your bodies. Don't rush through these. These will get your heart rate going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, ooh, and 10. All right, that's your breath. Check the chat. All right. How's everyone doing?
That could be one of our assessment exercises.
It is. It is. Yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's one that for sure tests your cardio and your strength. That's I wouldn't be surprised if that's in some military boot camp. So yeah, so when I was in the Spartan races, it was such a letdown when you had to get a spear and throw it at a target. And if you missed the target or if the spear didn't stick, you had to do 30 burpees. And then so I mean, once you do that, the 30 burpees, you're pretty much like done for the next 10 minutes. Like you have to do 30 burpees and then get up and run a mile. And that's like a super slow mile. And then you start cramping and everything. So, and I tried asking a friend who's really good at these Spartan races. I'm like, hey, how do you practice for those spears? Because I hate those burpees. And he's like, honestly, don't even bother. Like, just assume you're gonna do the burpees because those spears are so inconsistent. And I'm just like, ugh. So, anyways, we have our underhand front raises. So we're gonna hold the dumbbells here, go in front, hold, squeeze, and then back down. So work on your chest, your shoulders, your arm, forearm. So pretty good upper body movement here. Alrighty. Okay, so we're here. Palms are facing the screen. Ready, and begin to raise. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll probably go for 12 of these. 10, 11, and 12. Yeah, the first night we had big plate of pasta. Um, the second day, what was it? I think I had some like French, went to a French restaurant, had some French sandwich. And then for dinner, we had the buffet at the Caesar's Palace. Probably the most expensive buffet I've ever been to in my life. It was $100 a plate. And I was like, okay, they better have like super, food. And yeah, so I saw the lobster claws and I just went for them. That's all I ate until I was sick of them. We're gonna do our single leg Romanian deadlift. So this one is great for balance. So we did this in our Wednesday class. So for this one, if you remember, usually a Romanian deadlift is slightly bent at the knees, weight comes down and up. We do want to help out our balance a little bit. Even if you're not in my balance class, we still want to work on our balance. So what I'm going to ask you to do is either elevate that leg or at least put your toes down. And you're going to drop the one weight down and then at the bottom switch hands and then come up with the other hand. Okay, does that make sense? So we'll do 8 on each leg. So that would be 1, come down here, switch, and two. All right, ready? And begin. So come down, switch, and up. So slide down up the knee, switch, two, three, four. But yeah, I guess I found out that the lobster claws were on the cold side. They weren't really warm and buttery. So then I think I realized that I don't really like just like lobster, but I like the butter and then being warm. So maybe I just like butter and I'm okay about the claws. So we did 8 there. So now we're gonna switch. Okay, so now my left leg is either elevated or toes down. So go ahead here and switch. Mm. Yeah, but then I had a lot of shrimp, um, some prime rib, some tri-tip, and then a lot of not a lot of dessert, but I like a good creme brulee. But the creme brulee they had was it was more like flan. But anyways, I was telling my wife that I think that was a little overpriced spinach for us. And switch. All right. So that targets the hamstrings. So just kind of shake it off. You don't want your hamstrings to cramp up. You did 16 of those. All right. Okay. We now have our body weight Harlequin lateral raise. Okay. So for that one, remember hammer grip, dumbbells. Oh, this is where we're taking our break actually. So let's take our 2 minute break. It is 20 minutes into the session. So 20-minute break. Not 20-minute break, 2 minute break. Use the restroom, grab some water, and then we'll regroup in 2 minutes. So all right, you are back. Right, so let's go with our Poliquin lateral raises. So again, dumbbells are hammer grip, curl, elbows flare up, then we extend and come back. Okay, so forearms, biceps, triceps, shoulders. Okay, here we go. Right here, and begin. So curl, elbows up, extend, down. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. All right. So, so this one we haven't done in a while. This one's gonna be the quarter to full squat um, exercise. So this one's gonna be pretty much a good pump for your legs, your heart rate a little bit, and then on your glutes. Okay, so the way we're gonna do this is you're gonna have a dumbbell here. You're gonna go down, then halfway up, then back down, and then up. Okay, so how it's gonna look like this: down, halfway up, down, and up. Okay, so that's the half to pump to full squat. Okay, so that one's gonna burn your legs a little bit more. So the goal is gonna be for 10 to 15 of these. Okay, so probably one of the more taxing leg movements we have going on. All right, so if you're ready, grab your dumbbells, 10 to 15. You could just follow along. So, okay, ready? So down, halfway up, down, and up. That's one. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. 2, 3, 4. Go down, halfway up, back down, and then full up. 5, 6, 7. Might feel your thighs burning a little bit. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oof. Took my breath away. All right. Okay. So our next two sets, we're going to be on the floor. So I need you to bring out your yoga mats.
That one killed me.
Yeah. That one, that one and the inchworms will take it. So let's go ahead, get your yoga mat. Because we're probably going to be the next 10 minutes on the floor. So I want you to be comfy. Yeah, that's like one of those movements that if you're just kind of like over your workout, you don't want to work out anymore, but you also don't feel too accomplished. There's your energy level is in there. Just do one of those, and I think you'll feel a little better after that. So you'll feel a little better that you're stopping after that. I don't think that you'll feel better physically, but you'll feel a little bit more accomplished after that. All right. So this next one is going to be our sliding sit-ups. So pretty much keeping your hands at your lap. You're just going to slide your hands towards your knees and then back down. All right, we're doing this for time. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So we're going for 45 seconds. So just slide your hands to your knees and back down. 45 seconds. We have about 20 more. Let's keep going. 15 more seconds. Keep sliding. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. Okay. All right. So this next one is a complex movement. So I'm going to give you 3 options, okay? Option number 1, you could do a side plank to work on your core. So you're laying using your feet and your elbow, and you raise your hip off the ground, okay? If that's too much, you could drop your knee and keep your thighs to your elbow elevated. That's option 1. Option 2, if your core's just done, upper body is a little weak, you could do Jane Fonda's here, okay? Some hip adductions. Okay, that's when you target your leg. Now, if you're like Carmen and you're feeling great, you're gonna combine both of them right now. You're gonna elevate into a plank and at the same time do the hip adduction, okay? So
Yeah, next year.
so all right, so we have those 3 options, okay? So regular side plank, you could do a Jane Fonda, or you could combine them if you feel like you have that strength, okay? So we're gonna go for 40 seconds, okay? We'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. So right here, if you're able to do this one, at least start. And if you get tired, you could just kind of settle for a plank. If you feel good again, you could start, maybe do about 2 or 3, and then stop. Oh, Jen, you got an obstacle right there. And then you could, again, continue. We're about 30 seconds in. 35. You feel good. Try to raise that leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Rest. Good job, Jen. I saw Jen trying it. All right, we're gonna switch. You can give yourself about 20 more seconds rest. So again, same idea. You could do the plank, Jane Fonda, or the complex movement. Okay. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, nice balance on this side. Definitely works on your balance too. 10 seconds. 20 seconds. Woo! Leg is burning. Good job. There you go, Jen. Dancing the complex one. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Oof. Woo. Ah. Good job. What do we have next? All right. So next we have 3 more movements on the floor. How is that, Jan? Good. Okay. We have push-ups. We have glute bridges. So push-ups, obviously upper body, glute bridges, hamstrings, and your glutes. And then we're gonna do the quadruped hip car. So the quadruped hip car, pretty much for that, you're gonna go foot towards the ceiling. Make sure the bottom of your foot's facing the ceiling. Then you're gonna go out. So you're just gonna reset. So from here, you're gonna rotate your knee out and then back down. Okay. So just working on that hip joint. That's what we're doing for this next one. All right. For push-ups, we're aiming for 12 to 15 push-ups. Remember, this is one of our assessment movements. So, all right, you can do knee-assisted push-ups, or you can do traditional push-ups. Ready? All right, here we go. 12 to 15. And begin your push-ups. You're breathing. Well, you got it. Grab some water if you have it in your bottom. Work. Then our glute bridges. Same setup as our sit-ups. But for glute bridges, remember, we are just arms to our side, and then hips come up, squeeze the glutes, and then come back down. Okay? All right. We're gonna go for 12 of those. Try to squeeze your glutes for at least 2 seconds before you drop your hips back down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 more. 11, and 12. All right. Awesome. We have our quadruped hip car. Okay, so remember, catch your breath. Working those glutes. So we're gonna do 5 on each side. So remember this one. You're on the quadruped position. Foot comes up, and then you rotate your knee out, and then you close, come back and reset. Okay, that's gonna be 1. All right, so let's get in position. You wanna keep your head looking downwards and begin. So raise that left leg up, rotate your knee out, drop your knee back down, and on to the next one. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's switch to the right side and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Very good. I do want to do another set of push-ups, so we'll give ourselves about a minute, and then we'll do our next round of push-ups. So, all right, so after we complete this one, we pretty much completed all the movements we had for today. So now we're just gonna open it up for the next 5 or 8 minutes just to see, just any exercises you guys want to do, just let me know and we could just kind of do like an open session the last 8 minutes of the class. I think Jan wants to do more inchworms. But again, if you showed up late, I was just making an announcement earlier that I submitted the names to the re-enrollment system last week, so it should be good for summer. All right, let's go ahead and begin with our push-ups. So again, give me 10 to 15 push-ups. Ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, we'll do 3 more exercises. So now you guys could go on the chat or shout it out loud what movements you want to do. 5. Stretching. Or you could let me know if there's a muscle group you want to focus on. I could bring up an exercise. We did shoulders. We could do lateral raises. I'm not saying much. No one's being a bit vocal today, so we'll go with lateral raises.
What about cool down?
Cool down?
Cool down.
What about cool down? Do you want that to be an option? I want to do at least 2 more. So
Position.
let's go with lateral raises and front raises. We could do it from this kneeling position. So do that. What about cool down? All right. Ready? So we're here. And we're gonna go lateral raise, then front raise. We're gonna do 8 of each. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8. Very good. All right.
Okay, that was awesome.
Do we want to cool down? Is everyone on
No,
board?
no, that's good. That's good. Well, I don't know. Do we have cool down now?
Do we have cool down?
Yeah.
Any shout outs? Jan?
Cool down. 2 minutes.
All right. So let's cool down since we're on the floor. We usually do our cool downs from the chair. Let's start from the floor. So down here we have to set up. There's some stretches that I do prefer on the floor. So if we're here kneeling, all right, Jeff approves. Okay, so as long as I get a reinforcement that we want to cool down, let's bring our right leg out. Okay. So just extend it there and lean forward, support yourself with your hands. Feel that stretch going on here. Let's see. Do a nice stretch. Come up, rotate your torso, and then remain towards that leg. Yeah, so in case you're here and you missed the email about re-enrollment last week, um and you didn't reach out, but you wish to be in the summer classes, let's switch. You'll have to re-enroll yourselves just because that window closed on Friday. Yeah, but I think I see most of you that asked to be re-enrolled. I got you, so let's lean forward. And remember to our already our good amount of classes in the summer. We have 6 classes here. As I mentioned, let's come up and rotate to your leg and lean towards it. I will also have um, a strength and conditioning and a mobility and flexibility class at Irvine Valley College. So if you like to be enrolled for that, as soon as I get information on that enrollment process, let me know. And I believe that's going to be on Mondays and Wednesdays from like maybe I think 11:30 to 12:45. So that's very good. Let's go ahead and stretch our back a little bit. Get on our floors. Yeah. And we're just gonna do the cat cow stretch. So we're here on our floors. You're gonna arch up. And then arch down. Go up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. All right, and for our last one, let's just go ahead and arch up and bring your glutes to your heels. Once you've done that, reach up your hands in front of you and drop your elbows. And reset. All righty. Ooh, how are we doing?
8.
Carmen always goes on when we just say bye. All right, everyone. Well,
Thank
hopefully you had a good
you.
session. I think that was the perfect amount for me after my weekend. But let's make sure it is nice weather this week. So if you were indoors a lot when it was hot, maybe take advantage and get your walks in or whatever it is. Hey Ella. But yeah, just take advantage because you folks know sometimes summer comes super early and it could be summer in April starting next week. So, all right. Well, everyone, I'll see you on
Thank you.
Wednesday. Take
Yeah,
oh,
next when summer holiday starts?
spring break. Yeah, spring break is next week, so we won't meet next week. Okay, so all right. I'll send an email reminder. All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, Sarah. Bye, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Carmen. Bye, Jen. Bye, Mr. Ahmed. Bye, everyone.
I
Bye.